Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some easy, delicious banana waffles. So let's get started. First off, preheat your waffle iron. If you have the option, set it to medium-high. Now, in a large bowl, we're gonna combine our dry ingredients, starting with 1.5 cups or 180 grams of all-purpose flour. Perfect. These waffles are gonna be like cakey, full of banana flavor, but crisp and golden on the outside. You don't wanna add too much flour. That will change the texture completely. For a touch of sweetness and to soften the waffle batter, we're also gonna use 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. And to puff things up, 1 tablespoon of baking powder is all you need. For some contrast, I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And because we have that lovely banana flavor, we're gonna complement it with a teaspoon of cinnamon. You could add other favorite spices if you want as well, like cardamom, allspice, anything you like, including a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Grab a whisk and we're gonna mix this up. My kids love waffles. Sometimes I add chocolate chips in, but bananas is a flavor that really goes well on this. Once you pair it with a maple syrup, delicious. It's also a great way to get rid of old bananas if you have them on hand. All mixed up, we're gonna set this aside and grab a medium bowl for our wet ingredients. The star of our banana waffles is the bananas. So you wanna grab 2 medium bananas. It'll be about 1 cup mashed up or 245 grams. I don't feel like mashing my banana and measuring it out into a cup, so I'm gonna do by gram measurement. There we go. It's like 2 small bananas and 1/2 a large. Mash your bananas up. If you wanna make this recipe but your bananas aren't ripe enough, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350, pop your bananas onto a baking sheet in the peel still, and bake them for about 10 minutes or until they're blackened. It'll really soften the texture, the sugars will break down, and it'll be perfect for this recipe. And that's a hack you can use for banana bread as well. By the way, if you like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new recipes every single week and always something delicious on the horizon. This is a really fun step for kids to help with. And in fact, my kids make waffles whenever we make them together, so I'll put them in charge. And it's such an easy stir together recipe to make, whether you're making plain ones, chocolate chip, or banana. To my bananas, I'll add 1/2 cup or 120 mils of milk, 1 large egg, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Give this a whisk so it's nice and combined. Back to the dry ingredients. Now we're gonna pour the wet into the dry. Now we're gonna stir this together, and at this point I would use a spatula. Be gentle. This is like a banana cake that's gonna go into a waffle iron, so you wanna have just mixed batter, not overmixed. If you overmix your batter, your waffles will not be as light and fluffy. They'll be gummy and dense, which is very sad. You can really smell all the spices coming through right now. It's so good. For added richness, we are of course gonna add some butter, 1/4 cup melted unsalted butter. If you're wondering why we added the butter in last and not with the milky mixture, it's because the milk and bananas are gonna be a bit cold and that could have hardened the butter into little granules that wouldn't have mixed in well. Beautifully mixed, smelling delicious, and our waffle iron is ready, so now it's time to scoop it out. You're gonna grab about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of batter. It depends on your waffle iron size, so judge accordingly. Plop that into the center and close it up. We're gonna cook these for 3 to 4 minutes until golden brown. Some waffle irons have a timer that'll go off and some don't. The first one will take less because your waffle will be red hot. Next batches will be more consistent and take a little bit more time. The secret to having a crisp waffle is a cooling rack. You wanna pop it on here right afterwards because the steam will be released and won't trap. They're gonna let a lot of steam off, and that's how you know the waffle is done. You'll stop seeing steam coming out, it'll be drier, and then you can check it. These waffles are really great things to make ahead of time. Pop them into a freezer bag and they'll last up to 3 months. When you'd like some waffles on demand, go ahead and pop them into your toaster, set it to frozen, or your air fryer 350 for a few minutes. They'll be good as new and so delicious. Once your waffle's done, grab a fork and transfer it to your wire rack, and repeat with the remaining waffle batter. When your waffles are done, garnish with more banana slices, serve with plenty of maple syrup, and just like that, they're ready to enjoy. Those big chunks of banana all throughout with those lovely warming spices and the maple syrup is a match made in heaven. I hope you get a chance to make this easy recipe, and if you like my videos, hit that subscribe button and check out my breakfast playlist.